Adhyaya 7. Today we are starting Adhyaya 7. Let us read the first shloka. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Maya Saktamanah Partha Yogayunjanmadashayaha Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yatha jnasyasi tachranu. In chapter 7, Bhagavan himself is starting, unlike in some chapters where Arjuna begins with the question. But in some chapters, you will find that Bhagavan himself is starting. When Bhagavan himself is starting, we can understand that there is something more to be said in addition to what has been said. And he is going to explain certain other aspects of the teaching that was not elaborated upon earlier. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan said, He Partha, O Partha, O Arjuna, Maya Saktamanaha, Mayi Asaktam Manaha Yasya Saha Maya Saktamanaha, whose mind is interested in me, whose mind is attached to me. A real spiritual seeker if one is a real seeker, a real mumukshu, he is interested only in Paramatma. Anything other than Paramatma does not interest him, does not attract him. Such a person is called Maya Saktamana. His mind is interested only in Paramatma. Paramatma is his only goal in life. Madashayaha. He takes refuge in Paramatma. sometimes, even if we are not interested in other objects, because of the sense of insecurity, we hold on to certain external objects like house, wealth, relations, etc. You may not look upon the objects as a source of happiness. You may not look upon the objects as a source of security, but you look upon the objects as a you don't look upon the objects as a source of pleasure, but you look upon the objects as a source of security. And that is why some people are holding on to certain other objects. For a mumukshu, it is desirable to give up the attachment even for the sake of security, even for a sense of security. He does not hold on to the external objects. Instead, he takes refuge at Paramatma for his security also. May Paramatma ensure my future. May Paramatma take care of my future. I surrender to Paramatma. I surrender to Ishvara. And let me be free from the worry about the future. This is the attitude of a true bhakta, a true mumukshu. Therefore, madashrayaha, yogam yunjan, he practices yoga as described in previous chapter. He practices to abide in the thought of Paramatma. Such a person, a true mumukshu, who is devoted to the spiritual path, who is devoted to the pursuit of moksha, Mam asamshayam samagram yatha jnasyasi. How he knows me, how he understands me, what kind of jnana he gets. Paramatma jnana. Krishna is talking about Paramatma jnana. What kind of jnana? Asamshayam, without any samshaya, without any doubt whether Paramatma exists or not. Many people have this doubt. If Paramatma exists, whether he is all pervasive or not, whether he is non different from the Jiva or not, so many doubts are possible, especially in the with respect to the Paramatma. So many doubts are possible. Madhusudana Saraswati explains why one gets a doubt. Most often we get a doubt when we listen to some other people. In our life, we get exposure to so many data, especially nowadays. There is internet, YouTube, Facebook. We have many exposures. So many people speak regarding philosophy, spirituality. When we hear some people, they give some views that are not in keeping with the Shastra, some other philosophy, some other school of thought, then we get a doubt whether this is correct or that is correct. A clear understanding is an understanding that is free from doubts and free from any room for doubt in future also. No scope for doubt. The knowledge is crystal clear, clear conviction. When there is a clear conviction, there is no possibility of doubt. Asamshayam jnasyasi. And samagram, another adjective of the knowledge. Samagram. Saha agrena vartate iti samagram. Along with its agra means along with the end, means completely, totally, not partially. Samagram and asamshayam. Yatha jnasyasi. How you know me, how you will understand me as a result of the spiritual pursuit. Tat Shanu, please listen to that. I am going to explain in this chapter. In this chapter, Bhagavan is explaining the understanding of Paramatma, how Paramatma should be understood. What is the nature of Paramatma? What is the manifestation of Paramatma? What is the glory of Paramatma? Everything is going to be described in this chapter. Shloka 2. Jnanam teham savijnanam. Idam vakshyamya sheshataha. Yajñātvā neha bhūyonyat. ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते. अहं ते idam savijnanam jnanam अशेषतः वक्ष्यामि. अहं ते वक्ष्यामि. I will tell you what savijnanam jnanam, jnana with the vijnan. Bhagavan distinguishes jnana and vijnan. The Paramatma jnana, the knowledge of the truth, happens in two stages. First of all, it is called jnana, the primary stage. In the primary stage, you understand the fact. You may get a clear understanding as per the Shastra. In accordance with the teaching of the Shastra, one gets an understanding. With a good amount of clarity. But just understanding is not enough. The understanding should grow into an assimilated knowledge. It should get into every part and parcel of our personality. The knowledge should percolate in every part of our personality, every aspect of our personality, every thought, every behavior, every moment in life should be filled with the knowledge. It is called vijnana. When the knowledge is properly assimilated, when the knowledge is properly internalized, it is called vijnana. Therefore, Bhagavan talks about jnana as well as vijnana. Savijnanam jnanam. In fact, vijnana is not different from jnana. Vijnana is a fructified stage of jnana, a ripened stage of jnana is called vijnana. Savijnanam jnanam, jnana with the vijnana, te asheshatah vakshyami. I will tell you asheshatah, completely, without leaving anything, without skipping anything. In some courses, we skip some portions. there was an electrical engineer. This electrical engineer was working on some electricity connection. When he was working on the electricity connection, he got a shock, electric shock, and he got injured very badly. Then his seniors asked him, how did you get the electric shock? You could have avoided it. Then the electrical engineer said, when I studied my electrical course, electrical engineering course, I skipped some portions. How to avoid shock, I skipped that portion. That is why I didn't know how to avoid this electric shock. So I got into the accident, and I am badly injured now. Now please take me to a doctor. It is emergency. Then in that place, there was only one doctor nearby. They took him to that doctor. They rushed to the doctor, and they told the doctor, see, he got electric shock. Then the doctor saw the patient, and he said, I cannot treat the patient. Why? Because when I studied medicine, I skipped the portion which was about treating electric shock. So finally, the electric shock was fatal. Nobody was there to treat him. So, in some studies, one can skip certain portions. If you are doing any course, you don't have to study entire syllabus to pass. Whether you are studying medical or engineering or BA or BSc, you don't have to study everything. Even if you study a few percentage of the syllabus, you can get good marks. It happens in other courses. One can pass without knowing everything. But it is not so with the spirituality. If you know the Ishvara partially, if you know the Paramatma partially, it is not enough. The jnana should be 100%. One should know the Brahman completely, because Brahman is complete. The complete should be known completely. So, Asheshataha Vakshyami, I will tell you Asheshataha, without leaving anything. Completely, covering all the aspects that is needed to get a full understanding of Brahman, a complete understanding of Paramatma. Yajñātvā neha bhūyo nyajñātavyam avashishyate. Now Bhagavan is glorifying Paramatma Jnana. After knowing Paramatma, nothing more remains to be known. Yad jnatva, having understood the Paramatma, iha bhuyah anyajnatavyam na avashishyate. Bhuyah, after that, once again, jnatavyam, anyat, anything other that should be known, na avashishyate, does not remain. Once you know Paramatma, it is the culmination of all knowledge. Because Paramatma Jnana or Brahma Jnana leads to the ultimate goal of life, leads to absolute fulfillment. And once you get the absolute fulfillment, there is nothing more to be accomplished. When there is nothing more to be accomplished, there is no need to know anything else. Shloka 3. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschinmam vetti tattvataha. Bhagavan glorifies the knowledge further by stating how rare it is to get the knowledge. Paramatma Jnana is a very rare phenomenon. Even the people who sincerely seek Paramatma Jnana are very rare. Everyone do not get interest in Atma Jnana. Even if it is given free. Like now, the knowledge of Bhagavadgita is given free of cost. Even then, a very few people show interest. Why? Because it is not easy to get interest. If you are interested in the spiritual knowledge, it is a grace, a special grace. Because of many janmas of punya, one gets an inclination towards moksha, an inclination towards self knowledge. Therefore, those who are seeking the self knowledge are enjoying a unique privilege. It is a unique privilege to be interested in Atmajnana. It is a unique privilege to be interested in Bhagavad Gita. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid siddhaye. Manushyanam sahasreshu. among many thousands of people, not just 1,000, sahasreshu, plural is used. Among many thousands of people, kaschit siddhaye yatati, kaschit, some rare person, some rare individual, siddhaye yatati, makes effort for moksha, makes effort for siddhi. Siddhi means moksha, not other siddhi, as it is understood in the world. In the world, people think siddhi means some miraculous power, but Krishna never talks about any miraculous power. There is no miracle in Bhagavadgita. Not a single shloka talking about miracles. Miracles are not a yardstick of spiritual growth. Krishna is very clear about it. That is why he does not talk about miracles. So, among many thousands, some rare individual makes effort for moksha. It is very rare to find a true mumukshu. And even among those people who make effort for moksha, very few people attain moksha. Yatatam api siddhanam. Even those people who make effort, even if you make effort, you are a siddha. Because even the interest in moksha is a siddhi. It is an accomplishment in itself. It is like even participating in Olympic Games itself is a great accomplishment, because everyone is not selected to participate in Olympics or Asian Games. Everyone is not selected. Therefore, even participating in the Olympic Games itself is a great accomplishment. Likewise, even putting some effort in the direction of moksha itself is an accomplishment. That is why Krishna calls even those who are making effort, they are siddhas. Even they are accomplished people. Because even to get an inclination towards moksha is an accomplishment. Among them, among such people, kaschit mam tattvataha veti, some rare person, kaschit, rarely somebody knows me properly. Tattvataha veti, knows me properly, understands the Paramatma properly. Therefore, getting Paramatma Jnana, getting Brahma Jnana, it is a rare phenomenon. rare occurrence because it needs so many conditions to be fulfilled. As Shankaracharya describes in Viveka Chudamani, Durlabham Trayame Vaitat Daivanugraha Hetukam Manusyatvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurusha Samshayaha. Three things are Durlabha, they are difficult to get. First of all, Manushyatvam, the human birth. Even to get a human birth is difficult. One can be born as any other creature. After many janmas, perhaps one gets a human birth. If we miss this chance to get moksha, we don't know when again we will get the chance, because we don't know when again we will get a human birth. And even if we get a human birth, no guarantee that we will get the spiritual inclination, mumukshutva, the desire to get moksha. I want moksha. This thought is very rare. Even to get an inclination to get moksha, even to be interested in moksha, it requires daivanugraha, the grace. And even if one has mumukshutva, it is not easy to get proper guidance from a guru. Mahapurusha samshayaha, the care of a Mahapurusha, the guidance of a Mahapurusha, a guru, a competent and qualified guru, is even difficult to find. If one finds all these, all the conditions are fulfilled, that is when one gets the self knowledge. Thus, Bhagavan glorified the Atmajnana. After the glorification, he proceeds to explain the nature of Paramatma. In order to explain the nature of Paramatma, he is talking about the Srishti, the creation. The creation happens on account of two types of causes. The cause is called Prakriti. Prakriti means the cause of the universe. Cause of the universe is called Prakriti. There are two Prakritis. One is Apara Prakriti, another is Para Prakriti. Apara Prakriti is the lower Prakriti or lesser Prakriti, whereas Para Prakriti is the greater Prakriti, superior Prakriti. These are twofold Prakritis. Entire universe originates from these two Prakritis. Among the two types of Prakritis, Bhagavan first talks about Apara Prakriti, the lower Prakriti or lesser Prakriti or inferior Prakriti is talked about first in Shloka 2. Let us read the Shloka. Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhirev cha ahankara iti yamme भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा. The apara prakriti is eightfold. Ashtadha prakriti, it is eightfold. It consists of 8 components. What are the 8? They are enumerated in the shloka. Bhumihi, apaha, analaha, vayuhu, kham. These are 5 elements. They are called 5 tanmatras. Tanmatra means the subtle elements. The 5 elements in their subtle form are called tanmatras, not the visible ones. We have a visible space, a visible earth, a visible water. What is experienced by our 5 senses? It is called sthula, gross. The sthula is caused by 5 subtle elements, sukshma. Here Krishna is talking about 5 sukshma bhutas, 5 subtle elements. Bhumihi, subtle earth. Apaha, subtle water. Analaha, subtle fire. Vayuhu, subtle air. And kham, subtle space. Initially, they are born subtle. Then, through a process of panchikarana, there is a process called panchikarana. When they undergo the process called panchikarana, they become gross. And when they become gross, they are experienced by our senses. In their subtle state, they are not experienced by our senses. So 5 elements plus manaha, buddhihi, ahankaraha. These three things. Here Shankaracharya explains these manaha, buddhi and ahankaraha. In this context, manaha refers to the ego, the individual ego is called manaha. Buddhi refers to the cosmic mind, which is called mahat. The cosmic mind. All our minds are parts of the cosmic mind. The Shastra talks about a cosmic mind, a universal mind. It is called buddhi. Generally, it is called mahat. Especially the Sankhya philosopher uses the word mahat, the cosmic mind. We generally think that our minds are closed compartments. My mind is inside my head, so it is closed. You cannot see my mind. So we think they are closed compartments. But the Shastra says it is not so. Our minds are not closed compartments. All our minds are interconnected because they are the parts of one cosmic mind, Mahat Tattva. That is why if we get access to the Mahat Tattva through some sadhana, we can know what others think also. Some people are able to do it. They are able to read others' minds. It is a siddhi in the yoga, in Yoga Shastra. The ability to know what others think, etc. So, Mahat Tattva and then Ahankara. Shankaracharya says Ahankara stands for the avyakta, avyaktamulakaranam, avyakta or avyakrita, which is also called Maya in the Vedantic terminology. Ahankara refers to Maya. These are the 8 prakritis. Iti iyam me ashtadha bhinna prakritihi. This is my prakriti, which is eightfold. Everything in the universe comes out of these 8 only. Even among these 8, the other 7 have come from the Maya, which is referred to as Ahankara in this shloka. All the other 7 have come from the Maya. And those 7 give rise to further creation. Everything in the universe. Every object is made of these eight. Therefore, it is Ashtadha Prakriti, Prakriti which consists of eight principles. This is Apara Prakriti. In the next shloka, Bhagavan is talking about Para Prakriti. We will see that in the next session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.